Just relax there, Mr. BB. Why did this change? There isn't even anybody fucking there. What, you shady ass fucking light? Alright, there's the one guy we were waiting on. They did this yesterday at fucking afternoon too. Like, it's on timer all of a sudden, and I don't know why. East 210, not west! Like, no, East 210 was supposed to be completely closed.
today because you're gonna miss us? I don't think he misses us anymore.
You know what?
No.
Today I'm not bummed.
Now he's psyched.
Today I'm not
Now he's
bummed.
psyched. He used to like us.
We have a lot of togetherness
Yeah.
next week that I can look forward to.
All right. There's Menace. Good morning, Menace.
Good morning, Woody.
He's our social media director. You can find us. You can follow us at The Woody Show on Instagram and Twitter, or on Facebook, facebook.com/The Woody Show. There is Cameron. There is Seabass.
Yeah.
We got E-Rock, Bort, Christina. The gang's all here. Phones are open at 877-44-WOODY. That's 877-44-WOODY.
On Instagram, there's always this this Q&A thing that you can do, and I did one, and one of the questions from the listeners was like, do you ever feel like you want to punch one of your coworkers? I said no, but I said probably the rest of the room wants to punch me. Here and there.
Wait a minute. Please.
Oh.
You've wanted to punch Cameron. You've wanted to punch Seabass. Oh, come on, dude.
Not that I want to physically punch them.
Not that we would actually physically punch anybody, but
right.
it's just like
Or it was a thought in my head.
that's like saying like, oh, like, dude, I'm gonna kill this guy. You're not really gonna kill him. It's just you've never been like, dude,
I want to punch him in his face? No.
how about kicking the nuts?
No. I swear. I haven't had a thought of physical violence. No.
I wanted to punch everybody in this room at some point.
See, that's what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else, yeah, probably.
If you would have showed me this picture and asked me who it was, I would have never guessed. Not the woman who's the guy in this picture.
It is. Is that Patrick Stewart?
Patrick Stewart.
Star Trek?
No, he's definitely an actor.
Yeah, he's a famous
I
actor.
couldn't really see him.
I forget what he's played.
I have no
Ben
idea.
Kingsley?
It's Gene Hackman.
This is Gene Hackman.
Oh,
Oh,
Right?
I kind of thought he died.
No, he's 92 years old.
Whoa.
No, he died.
Yeah, I love Gene Hackman. I mean, who doesn't love Gene Hackman?
Okay, now that you told me he's 92, he kind of looks good for 92.
Yeah, no, 92
definitely.
looks great. His last movie was in 2004, that Welcome to Mooseport movie. And since then, he stayed very much on the DL. He's enjoying his retirement there in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He's apparently writing novels. Like, this is how I remember Gene Hackman. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he's one of those guys who has just always been old.
Right.
Yeah.
To me.
You know, whatever. But
Kind of looks like James Caan.
he recently showed up for an event called Broadway Confidential, where he took a picture. And the woman in the picture is Anna Gasteyer, who used to be on SNL.
Oh, sure.
And the other dude is some dude I've never heard of from series like that. But
Wow.
yeah, it's
92.
I mean, he looks good for 92. I would have never guessed that was Gene Hackman.
Never.
Just look at the picture. If you heard his voice, I'm sure you know it's Gene Hackman.
It looks like a younger person in putty makeup. To be
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So for those of you who haven't seen Gene Hackman in a while, go online and just Google Gene Hackman image search and take a look. I was like, wow, I would have. Tell me if you would have guessed that was him. Now that I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you're gonna go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would've known the whole time.
Totally know that.
Well, this is right. Gene Hackman was in a film named Twilight in 1998.
Okay. Not the Twilight.
Not
That's Twilight. He's in Twilight.
He was supposed to be Mike Brady.
A Twilight. Yeah. All right. Well, it's time for your
Friday
fail
fails.
stories. Well, here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for your Friday fail story. People thought they had the perfect plan. The plan could never go wrong, but somewhere along the line, it went from being a great idea to one big stinking mega uber ultra fail. Not bad, good. That was pretty damn good.
Pretty
Very
decent.
nice. That was pretty damn good.
Dandy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oof. And I'm like on a 9 on the exhaustion scale. We still pulled that off.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
No, it's been a crazy week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yep. He's gassed.
I'm in desperate need of just a major league shutdown. After the show today, I'm planning on sleeping. I'll probably be home around 10:30, quarter of 11 this morning. I plan on sleeping till about 5 or 6.
Good.
Nice siesta.
When you nap, do you turn your phone off or vibrate?
And do not disturb.
Okay. I was wondering,
wow.
because I tried calling you the other day, and it just didn't even ring. Just straight to voicemail.
Yeah, if I'm napping, it goes right to
Sleep mode.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Why were you calling him?
That's
Phone
between
sex.
he and I, yeah.
Perfect. Here's one from Philly, where this Catholic school was selling flowers for Mother's Day, and they do it every year. They're fake roses, but this year someone messed up, didn't realize they had already ordered some of these, and they sold a bunch of them already by the time they figured this out. They look like roses, but they were really red thong panties folded inside.
Buttercups, right? Terrible.
No, I can really just say.
Someone at corporate or whatever reset the program so it didn't record not just the first hour and a half of our show, the first 12 hours of all K-Rock.
You think the corporate?
You blame it.
The corporates are doing this?
Someone at the higher up, Monkey Muck's higher ups hit reset and then didn't tell anyone, and then they had to reset it again. So I don't think they reset it.
So you're saying it's David Fields' fault? Is that what you're saying?
Are you blaming the boss?
Man.
They ask me those questions in the Q&A. Take that.
Hey, you heard what's happening next week, right?
Oh,
It's already started, dude.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
So
Next week.
He can fire himself.
I think he's unplugging things.
Jake, I don't know if that's an excuse, man, because the way I look at it is,
You're a failsafe.
yeah, that's your.
What can I do?
Check things.
So let me ask you a question. That's the one. That's maybe the most important part of your job, I would think, if not the most important part, is making sure that the podcast goes up. And you've been doing a way better job than Beer Mug, which is not saying much because that guy's ill-equipped to do most things. But
No, but you should give him a little credit
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
because he does put it up every day.
yeah,
Right.
They can't prove that you put it in there, right?
Oh my God.
Just shut your mouth.
Right.
But no, they confront the construction workers. The guy, the thief, had a knife. The woman had a stun gun. The construction workers, they weren't prepared. They didn't have any weapons. But they did have some tools. So one of them grabbed a 4-foot level, those long boxy things
Yes.
they used to hang pictures and stuff. And they beat these two with it until the cops got there.
Wow.
And took the
Leveled
thieves
them.
to fail jail. It's so funny, man.
Rad.
Yeah, like the police posted the details on Facebook, and the level ended up getting all bent up. But I mean, they hit these people so hard with this level, they just beat the crap out of them. No word on what kind of charges the two thieves are facing, but
Idiots.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Right.
Not great.
Dumbasses.
The hotel thing, though, like Seabass said, has happened to me several times.
So
I've gone
weird.
in there and the whole family's inside the room. And this one time, this lady was eating her dinner on the
Dinner's
couch.
like, you're not naked.
Yeah, I go, hi.
Yeah.
I go,
I've been walked in on before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I use the lock.
I'm like, can I help you? This is the key they gave me. Like,
oh my God.
Now, that is the bonus. Each time that's happened to me, they gave me free breakfast.
wow.
Worth it.
Yeah. Get yourself a free muffin.
The weirdest one, though, I ever had when somebody walked in, they said it was 1 a.m. and security was trying to get into the door.
Right.
And I go, and I'm always paranoid. I always put a chair next to the door.
Yeah.
At every hotel room I stay in, and they couldn't open it. And then I asked the front desk, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry. Security always opens all the doors in the middle of the night.
They do that
too?
Make sure no one's in there.
Okay.
They mismarked your room."
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got the DUI Q coming up next. Gonna give you a chance to win some stuff. If you want to play, be our contestant for the DUI Q. 877-44-WOODY. That's 877-44-WOODY. That's next. Hey.
More Woody Show next. And now a list of things that are turning up this summer. The heat. Ding. Inflation. Ding. Maybe monkeypox. Ding. Oh, and Alt 98.7.
It's the Alt 98.7 Summer Turn Up.
Oh, yeah.
Between Irwindale Avenue and Interstate 605 on August 17th at 10 p.m. through August 23rd at 5 a.m. Avoid delays. Plan ahead. Take an alternate route. It is strongly encouraged to use public transportation via the Metro Gold Line or Metrolink during the closures.
Cursing the show. We need the help. We can't afford another curse. Talk about Capri Sun. Boom. Next thing you know, recall Capri Sun. Jake the Nerd, the podcast goes missing an hour and a half. The machine craps out. I don't know. There's been about 5 other things around here. Allie's face.
Hey,
So
something to do with it.
My computer went to crap.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
still
oh,
crappy
yeah,
today.
oh, yeah,
and I
Omar's-
talked to so much crap about The Rock. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to blow it up.
Do you want to say something nice too, Omar, while we're doing it?
No, I'll blow it up.
No, I'll just continue with the problem. This is not worth it.
I love you, Rock. Please stop. Please. Thank you.
L word.
Don't worry, they're hungover too. Klein Alley Show. We won't tell if you don't. The world famous K-Rock, KROQ.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June.
shit driver, bro.
Sometimes I think about you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. He always been faking me out. Sometimes I think about you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes I think about you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happier now.
In a moment, well, a little bit later this morning, we will do Anonymous with Jake the Nerd. About Jake that annoy us all. And I don't want to give this too much away, but if you've got things about Jake that annoy you, including where the half the show was yesterday at the podcast, you can let us know on the text line, and we will, of course, make sure that they go through the voice filter so we will not know who delivered these messages. Jake, here's a tease, and then we'll start talking about strangerships, but this is what you can look forward to coming up a little bit later.
I'm pretty sure you only have 4 shirts. When was the last time you went shopping? 1997.
All right, so there you have it. That's something that bothers somebody about you. We will never know who said that about you, but that is one of the many anonymous things about you we will get to later.
People are already coming through the text line for some of the strangerships, but I would like to share a strangership that I have formed over the months. At Costco.
With your wife. She's sleeping with everyone else.
Someone on the text line suggested that we introduce The Rock to my wife.
Oh, man.
I think maybe
Probably a
The
good
Rock
idea.
will be happy after that.
Yeah.
I go to the same Costco. I've been going to the same Costco since I moved to where I live. And, you know, some of the people, like the greeters, like they're kind of nice sometimes. And the checkers, if you get a nice one, that's cool. But it's all about the people who check the receipts when you leave. And there is a man that is the nicest guy ever who has been checking my receipt ever since I moved to this area.
Guy?
Same guy.
Same side? Because sometimes they got 2 sides.
He's always on the right side.
Really?
Yep. I don't know if that's his preference or if he's got seniority and that's the side that he wants. And usually you're just trying to get out of there. I will stop and now talk to this guy, which I know is annoying
You're the
for the
worst
people
person
behind
ever.
me. I mean, it's quick.
Boo on you. That sucks. Imagine
But
being
that's
stuck
what
right
happens
now.
when you form a strangership. He's a stranger, but he knows me now.
There's no place for conversation with that person. That's a drive-by operation at all times. You
No,
miss
it's just a
stopping.
pleasantry. It's how
Oh,
you
my
doing? You
God.
have a beautiful day. I'm just, at the grind. That kind of stuff.
I got stuck behind someone like you leaving Costco too. At that point, it almost turns into a full bottleneck stampede. Like you got to move. Everyone's got these.
Everyone's carting at a very fast rate out
Everyone's
of
caught
Costco.
5,000 pounds heavy. They got a million things on it. Everyone's trying to get the hell out of there.
He was showing me pictures of his daughter.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
But then the other day, I went to Costco, and as I was leaving, I saw him, and he was in a wheelchair. And I was like, what? And I didn't want to ask him because I don't know what...
You stopped everyone behind you and tell them a dumb story. Oh, look at all these trips get
And I was like, but I was affected by it. I was like, what is going on with this guy?
Why are you going so slow? You're in the fast lane, idiot!
About it because we're not friends. We're in a strangership.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about him for the rest of the day, going, I hope this guy's okay. It would kill me to go to Costco and then not see him as I leave.
Inez, you have a strangership?
Yeah, so when I was in college, I would always go to my local Starbucks and study, and there was always
Like we were
an older
going
gentleman there.
dead nuts 70, and that guy is
each other, but never would
acing
actually
us.
see each other.
What a
and we
piece
both
of
would
shit.
go there so often for about 3 years that we kind of had this mutual understanding. Like, if he had to go outside and take a business call, I would watch his stuff.
Yeah.
If I had to go outside for something, he would watch my stuff, and that went on for about 3 years, and I still don't even know his name or who he was.
That's the craziest thing to think about. That's a 3-year relationship, which in some ways goes on longer than a real relationship would be. Like you date people
because
6
it's
months,
consistent.
and you don't even know the person's name, but like you know them, you trust,
You are
you trust this
goddamn
person with your
awful
stuff. Like you have
driver.
this weird, unspoken
Are you
trust
getting
with
a
each other.
blowjob? What are you doing that you cannot
Maybe
maintain
it's both
a
ways. Maybe it's gonna
fucking
take her down all the
speed?
time. But it is, that's a good point. The regular, like at the coffee shop, where you're like, they're there every day. You see them, they see you. it goes from complete stranger to maybe the relationship jumps to like head nod, and then
but it's such a slow burn.
Yeah, I had a guy at A&PM. His name was Dave, and it was he was the clerk there. I would get a coffee every morning, and then we started, doing the small chit chat and stuff like that. And then just out of the blue one day, he started telling me about his daughter's wedding and this.
When does that take a jump?
And
where you're like, oh wow.
Well, this was after 2 years.
Whoa.
2 years in, yeah. We're always pleasant and always have, really kind of just short and sweet conversations, but it was always pleasant. And then all of a sudden, it just jumped from that to like having kind of, deep conversations,
I don't want to sound like a dick, and I know I'm going to. Because I do like, Al, you know me, I always start conversation with strangers in elevators. I love talking to people, man of the people.
You are a very social person when you're out and about.
Right.
You don't have any strangerships, do you?
No, I do.
Just pretend like you don't know. He's going to keep talking.
Omar, did it annoy you at all? Like at some point, you've got this like very a pleasant quick exchange because usually you get coffee in a rush.
Yep.
If it evolves to that point of like extended conversation, do you feel like, oh, dude, I don't want to be a dick now because it's hard to kind of back.
You can't go back.
You can't go back.
Taking it up.
Because I'm just telling you right now, I had a strangership relationship that evolved to the point of like full-on conversations. Things got kind of deep, and I had to just go. I had to like go to a different place.
Oh no! Wait, you just ghosted him?
Yeah, I had to. It got too.
No way.
Yeah, it got too
real.
It just got to a point where it was like there was no going back to like.
By the way, I haven't seen Dave in a long time. I think he ghosted me. He hasn't been at the MPM for about 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like changed locations
well,
now.
He was going to work on his masters. I know he was going to go back to school.
Jesus, it's funny. It's funny the things you learn about. Yeah, and then
you think about it, you're like, well, I wonder how he's doing. Is he in school?
That's what
There was a Vons that I would go to in Valley, and this was years ago. This was the first person that ever came up. First guy ever that was like that listened to K-Rock and said like, hey, this right after I started doing K-Rock in the afternoons, and it was a nice guy. He couldn't be more pleasant. He's like, oh, listen to K-Rock, cool, keep trying to win tickets, can't get through. I was like, oh, dude, please, hey, what's your name, this and that. And he told me I forgot her name, whatever. But every time from that day forward, I'd see him at the grocery store, I'd give him a big wave and this and that became a nice thing. And then I didn't see the guy for 2 years. Didn't think of him, didn't see him. Last week, I'm back in that store, and the guy is there. Like, he pops up, he's got full beard now.
Wow, and are you like, hey?
And it became this weird thing where I saw him, he waved to me, and like we ended up in a weird hug. Like, we were hugging. Yeah, the strangest thing.
Oh, my God.
Like, once again, it was like, oh, dude, what's going on? How you doing?
He's like, I got a beard now.
Yeah, and I was like, we're strangers, but somehow we have a full-on relationship now.
On the text line, I have a strangership with a homeless guy on my route, and he sleeps in one of my bins during the wintertime. I bring him food and water. That's another thing where you have a nice relationship with somebody who could use a little friendship every once in a while. 323, I'm a rideshare driver, and all I get is
get in the fucking slow lane, you asshole!
Have like a very kind of intimate conversation with somebody, and things get really personal really quickly, and then you never see them again.
But that's the beauty of the
and this dickhead, for some reason, decided to go by him at 50.
You knew, like, depending on the ride, it's going to be a 20-minute relationship. I can tell this person everything about myself. They're never going to see me again.
It's like 20-minute therapy.
And that's the weird part. If you've ever been the person that's gotten, if you're a rideshare driver and you've got a passenger like a second time, like the odds of that are so rare, I feel like. Yeah, and it's weird. Last time you were talking about your herpes, are still there?
Yes.
Vermeer?
Oh, wow, you got it right. Mine? Holy crap.
The apology to the rock is worse.
Yeah, the name butcher is dead forever.
Hey, back when you guys were in the Bay, I literally changed my Twitter handle to be phonetically spelled so you could say it.
Right. That's smart. Yeah, you have to do things phonetically for me. Go ahead.
Anyway, so my strangership is back in middle school. I used to have to take the city bus home from school every day, and it would stop at 7-Eleven, so I'd go in and get the same thing every Wednesday. And the guy at the counter would say the same thing every time, so I would get a pepperoni stick and a Slurpee. And every time I came in, he would go, "Oh, pepper sticker."
Yeah, that's usually the relationship peaks right there. That's how you can tell it's strong.
Remember that great morning? Drunk a little bit better. Just a little clip here to get a better idea just how with it or not with it they are before you get the questions that matter. Because then once we do, you have to get 2 out of 3 right, guessing if the drunk will get it right or not. And who do we have here, Steven?
This is Betty. She's out partying, and
part of her party is she's Team Ravy. She's Team Blaze It.
Oh, hell yeah.
She's going to tell us about that, as well as the
We're
other.
out here partying, like a little alcohol, a little 420, you know, it's just having a good time.
What strain of 420 do you find particularly enjoyable?
Well, I gotta tell you, like, I'm really into the dabs.
How does that make you feel, these dabs?
Okay, you have to be a little careful because there's a lot of people that like tell you about like concentrates, and when we're talking about like the oils and the shatter and stuff. So just make sure that you're with a good collective.
I'm off that right now.
Okay. Folks don't know what dabs are, man.
Oh yeah, it's like the crackheads of the weed world.
It's shatter for sure.
It's basically they take just the THC oil from marijuana and it comes out like honey.
Yeah.
It is incredibly strong.
It will blow your mind. So yeah.
And then what is shatter? Never heard of it.
It's the dried dab. So basically, you take that like honey and spread it out on a piece of glass, and then you crack or shatter it, and then you smoke that like crack, essentially.
It's the crackheads of
fun.
But marijuana's not enough.
Let's do it,
When
Wayne.
you want to get atomic,
You want to do it tonight? Let's do it.
Let's shatter.
Sounds like a lot of effort. Like, just smoke weed.
For sure.
Southern California Edison has helpful info.
Yes for Betty's and no for Betty, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not confident in either.
Gregory.
I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to do double yes.
Okay.
Double yes. I'm saying definite
very-
no for Betty.
Okay.
I'm on the fence with Menace.
No, that's
He has
tough.
time. He can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does he know what a syllable is?
Good question. I will say
I think it's a fair question.
his face right now, he looks like a Muppet.
He does.
Like,
A syllable.
right. Yeah. Or like when your dog, like, tilts their head to the side.
Like they're really considering something.
You know what, buddy? I'm going to have some faith in you.
Yeah,
I will say that Menace does. Betty does not. Menace, do you think that Betty's going to get it?
No.
All right. So, John, what do you think? Yes or no on our drunk friend, Betty?
That's a negative Ghost Rider.
Negative.
We're Jack.
Flying Alley Show.
She's just barking at an empty toilet. Terribly sad.
You have to bury her with some of your
Okay,
sleeves.
that's
Flush her down that
disgusting.
toilet.
Stop it all, Mark.
Flying Alley Show.
Mornings on K-Rock.
Modern gold, starry and child.
4 packs of tickets to Six Flags Magic Mountain today in aisles 9, noon, 3, and 6. It's all the essential supplies in one place. Funnel cake, stuffed animals, chicken fingers, and maybe a Six Flags pen or something at the gift shop. Mark your attendance at Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, the tallest and longest single-rail coaster on the planet, now open at the thrill capital of the world. Embark on a nearly 2-minute journey unlike any other on Six Flags Magic Mountain's record 20th coaster, the most at any theme park on the planet.
Keep it on K-Rock to win.
K-Rock. For the most super deals on tickets and passes, visit sixflags.com today. This is your Six Flags. Come and get yours.
Los Angeles, our best priced unlimited plan is here. Introducing Welcome Unlimited from Verizon for just $30 a line per month for 4 lines with auto pay plus taxes and fees.
Did he say $30?
Yep, $30 a line for the whole family. The network you want, the price you love. Switch at a local Verizon store today. Paper-free billing required. Unlimited 5G nationwide 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. All smartphone lines on the account must be on Welcome Unlimited and are eligible only for select promotions. It includes domestic talk, text, and data usage only. Data roaming at 2G speeds.
This is Jacob Emrani. If you've been in an accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
Hi, it's Nicole, reminding you that summer, sun, and Sculp and Beer is a winning combination. Take a break, take it at this.
These are literally like between kindergarten and first grade level.
Right, exactly. These are probably the easiest 3 questions you've ever done in a DUI.
I'm saying double no. You say double yes. Gregory?
You know what? I'll double no. I don't know why.
Menace, do you think that Betty's going to get it? Yes or no? No, you don't?
Unless you live by the Betsy Ross house.
It's a dodge, dude.
That info.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're alive.
This is not the Betsy Ross question.
I know. But we're talking about how easy the questions are.
Okay. John. This is for the win?
Hey, John.
Or the
What
loss?
do you think?
Make or break. Do you think she's going to get it?
I'm Team Ravy. I'm going to say.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to say no, actually.
All right, there you go.
Team Ravy.
No, it's your team me.
No,
Yeah.
I said yes.
Your team Woody.
But I have no confidence in the yes.
Yeah. All right, so your official guess is that no,
she won't
Betsy
get it.
will not get the answer.
No.
Okay. All right. Menace, you're up first. Question number 3 for the DUIQ.
What is the term for a baby cow?
Calf.
Calf.
Okay. Follow-up quick, Cameron suggestion. How do you spell that word?
I suppose C-A-F.
Because of course.
Calf.
How do you spell cafe?
C-A-F-E.
Okay.
What's the term for the bottom part of your leg?
The bottom part of my leg?
Below your knee.
Oh, calf.
How do you spell that?
I don't know.
I don't need to know it.
That's a giant. Whatever. Who needs to know that crap?
C-A-F is not correct.
All right.
It's
K-A-F.
It's K-A-F.
It's calf with 2 F's.
It's K-A-U-G-A.
That's correct, dumbass. All right, question number 3. Jesus, man. That's pretty bad. The syllable one, this one, that's pretty bad.
Why? I knew the answer.
Yeah.
You got the answer right, so suck it.
No, I know. It's the spelling of calf, really. Okay. All right, question.
All right.
Come on, man. Do whatever you're going to do because I want the fuck over.
Question number 3 for the DUIQ.
What is the term for a baby cow?
That would be a doe? No, that's a... No, that cow would be a doe, right? A doe?
A doe?
There you go. Jump on, guys.
I don't know why you get angry with me. Why not her?
Yeah,
you're so mad at her.
I know. Your demeanor's so angry.
We're not angry. We're
just disappointed.
in shock.
So much anger in your voice.
It's a shock.
It is
Never heard you
Not
guys so
angry.
angry.
I know.
John, congratulations. You're the winner of this round of the DUIQ.
And I want to write an angry letter to your school system. I'm angry at them.
They probably couldn't read it.
Probably not.
It's me and that one guy from Euphoria.
Okay.
Well, there you go. See?
Yeah. All right, John, hang on one second, man. Thanks for listening to the Woody Show. Have a great weekend, okay?
Thanks, John.
You too. Thank you.
More Woody Shows next. Hang on.
Sit tight. Stop messing with Hope. The Woody Show. We'll be back soon. Call 98.7. LA Houston.
Where they literally invented the
French dip.
Bell.com, Babbel.com.
For all station contests,
S-curve and the spin turn. And if you ride it, make sure you do it in a Dodge Charger, Challenger, or Durango. Because on this highway, the line lines being blurred are the ones between drivers and demons. Welcome to Highway 93. Dodge is a registered trademark.
So your next job is scheduled to start, and your client wants the building painted yesterday. That means you need paint, and you need it fast.
10 more seconds.
Let the Home Depot and Bear handle it with same day or
Yes, I know, Jeff.